Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store. How's everybody doing today, man? It's hump day for a lot of y'all, but for me, man, it's my Friday. I ain't gotta go back and work that 9 to 5 until Monday. It's Easter Sunday coming up, Good Friday. So it's gonna be a good overall weekend, man. It'll be a long weekend, and extra time to give y'all some more of that good Dallas Cowboy content, man. So I appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love to the channel. And on your way into the liquor store, please hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to grow the channel. Right now, we're around 667, trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers so we can monetize the channel. Also, we are doing a raffle right now. It's $5 per entry. Every entry will get you a chance to win a Dallas Cowboy jersey of your choice. All right, you will get to decide the jersey once you win. You just send me your information. I'll get it mailed out to you. So you have to give me your size and all that stuff, the jersey you want. But whoever wins the raffle is going to get a Dallas Cowboy jersey of their choice. And, we're going to be doing this drawing all the way from now up until the 25th. So, just tap in, send your $5 so you can be entered into the drawing. And we'll be announcing it on the 25th before I leave out for the draft. So man, we're gonna talk about some draft content, man. Since we in here, So you see, we're gonna talk about some draft content, man. Michael Lockhart, what's up? Jameson Taylor, I see you. What's good with you, man? So yeah, so the Dallas Cowboys. You see the title, you already know where this is going, man. We'll talk about how the Dallas Cowboys have drafted, especially in the 4th round. When you look at the players that we were able to get in the 4th round from 2016 onward, we have been able to get a lot of quality value, drafting in the 4th round and getting some guys. Brian Kite, what's up with you, man? Yeah, man. Hey, it was a lot going on earlier. I was only able to stay on for about 20 minutes, and if y'all didn't go over there and check out Boss and Landlord show, you missed a treat, man. They had a damn good show going on. West Coast had a damn good show going on. So I know that y'all weren't 1/2 for Dallas Cowboys content. But now I'm here to I'm here to get y'all drunk now, man. Hey, it's time. It's 6 o'clock where I'm at, man. It's time to get drunk. Time to kick your shoes off. Pull you up a cup. And hey, remember, it's half off all items in the store if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, man. So find you an Eagles fan, get your hands strong, go ahead and cash in on those discounts, my brothers. Hey, Tyler, what's up with you, man? I see you, my boy. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the Dallas Cowboys and their propensity for getting damn good players in the 4th round. And when you're talking about team building, you're talking about being able to construct a roster from top to bottom, and being able to compete by building through the draft. Dallas Cowboys have hit more times than not. So I'm just going to show you a little graph. Michael Lockhart, all right, he just sent $5 for. He said, I finally figured out the cash app. All right, so Michael Lockhart just sent $5 for a donation. That got him entered into the drawing for the Dallas Cowboy jersey. So let me get that input in this phone real quick before I forget. I do not want to do that. Boom. There you go. So Michael, that's your second entry. So you now have 2. And just to give y'all an update on the raffle right now, Michael McQuay has 4 entries. Action Pal has 2 entries. DC for Life has 3 entries. Morquetta has 2 entries. Daisy Clark has 2. And Dwayne Brown has 1. Michael Lockhart has 2. So, that's how it stands right now. Right now, Michael McQuay has the best odds of winning the jersey because he has the most entries. And then DC for Life has the second best odds just based off of that. Swain, what's up with you, man? Appreciate you for coming in and showing love to the liquor store. See, I watched the game at the Odyssey today. Okay, yeah, man. I'm glad you had something to get you through, man. I'm glad you had something to get you through. So, yeah, man. So, I'm finna show y'all something. And we're finna talk about the kind of production the Dallas Cowboys have been getting in the 4th round We're gonna talk about the guys we already done hit on in the 4th round, the importance of that round, and then we're gonna talk about some of the draft prospects that would be steals in the 4th round that we could add and have similar success to the guys we already done ascertained. He said, "Hey Henny, would it be smart move to draft a quarterback just for depth, not to replace Dak or any? You should draft a quarterback every year. You would not use a premium pick or a top 100 pick on a quarterback like that, to be a backup because they'll be competing for the job behind Cooper Rush. But you should draft a quarterback every year. You want to always upgrade the quarterback room. You can get better than Cooper Rush. You can get better than what's the boy name? If you play in Florida, y'all know what I'm talking about. The third string. You can get better behind Dak Prescott. And I also prefer having a quarterback that has a more similar playing style to Dak Prescott than what we currently have on the roster. Because even though Cooper Rush went out there and ran a version of the offense, it was not the same offense we were running when Dak Prescott was out there. It was dumbed down. They took away the RPOs. They took away a lot of the, the quarterback run looks and things like that. So yes, you should always draft a quarterback, especially if you want to get you one that closely matches what the starting quarterback does. You don't really have that on the roster right now. Hey, what's up with you, Dwayne Brown? I appreciate you for coming in and showing love to the liquor store, my boy. Appreciate you for coming over and showing love. All right. So let me show y'all what I'm looking at. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go through the list of these 4th round picks the Dallas Cowboys have had since 2016. I just want y'all to put some of this stuff into perspective. All right, so we're gonna go from 2016 on up to 2020. All right, so everybody tell me if you can see what I see on the screen, right? Everybody see the listings of everybody in there? All right, so the first one, as we know, Dak Prescott. We got Dak Prescott in the 2016 draft in the 4th round. And, he's going on to become a top 10 quarterback in the National Football League. He's made 2 Pro Bowl selections. He won Rookie of the Year. And he also is top 10 all-time in passer rating, completion percentage, touchdown to interception ratio. And he currently holds 20 of the Dallas Cowboys franchise records. And you got this man in the 4th round. You got Dak Prescott and all that production in the 4th round. He said enlarge it a little bit. Let me see if I can. If I can't, just bear with me. So yeah, so that's your 4th round pick in 2016. 2017, Ryan Switzer, we ended up trading him. But then 2018, we ended up getting Dalton Schultz and Dorrance Armstrong in the 2018 draft, both in the 4th round. And I know there are a lot of people that were not really high. No, it's too small, Henny. Okay. I'm still leave it up here. I'm gonna try to figure it out. Let me see. I should be able to hit like a magnifying glass on here. Hey, y'all smart in the chat. What's the magnifying glass button for the thing? Desmond Ironman, what's up with you? C. Burleson, what's good with y'all, man? Hey, for everybody who has not donated yet, go ahead, take the chance to get entered into the raffle. It's $5 per entry. Every $5 you send, it gets you an entry into the raffle to win a Dallas Cowboy jersey of your choice. It could, you just win, whoever wins, they get the pick. They have to send me their size and the player's name that they want. But I will make sure to get all that information plus your mailing address, and then once I get it ordered and sent out, I will send you the information for that. So take the time to enter into the raffle. We're gonna be doing it from now until the 25th. But yeah, so you look at the guys we got in 2018 in the 4th round. Dalton Schultz. And I know, like I said, like a lot of people were not very high on Dalton Schultz. Not I. Like I really like him. Like Dalton Schultz, Last 2 seasons, he's had top 5 production at the position that he's been playing at. He was 4th among tight ends in receptions. He was 6th in yardage, and he was 5th in touchdowns. So he was top. That's top 5 production. The last 2 years, he was 4th in receptions, 5th in touchdowns, and 6th in yards. So that's top 5 production from the tight end position over the last 2 seasons. And this was a guy that you got in the 4th round. Now, I know that we did not retain him, but, we felt good enough about him to give him a $10 million deal, just a year before. So, I really like him. Desmond Ironman. All right, so you got one in here too. So Desmond Ironman has entered into the raffle to win the Dallas Cowboys jersey. This is his first one. All right. So just to update that, Michael McQuaid has 4, Action Pal has 2, DC for Life has 3, Marquetta has 2, Daisy Clark has 2, Dwayne Brown has 1, Michael Lockhart has 2, and Desmond has 1. So that's the current number of entries for each person. And like I said, only seeing donations while I'm live on the show. That way everybody can hear it. Everybody can know what's going on, and there could be transparency. I don't want anybody to send me like $100 off air or anything. I don't want people to think this is unfair or anything. So only seeing when the live is going on. But I appreciate all y'all for participating and showing love to the channel. So like Dalton Schultz, you had a very good value for where he was drafted. 4th round pick, ended up giving you top 5 production at his current position. So you can't knock that. Like, you got starter quality from him. And you only spent a fourth round pick. Then his draft classmate Dorrance Armstrong, he's come on strong. He's come on very strong. He had 9 sacks last year. He's your starting right defensive end. He's your starting right defensive end right now. So he starts on the opposite side of DeMarcus Lawrence at this point. So and you got him in the 4th round. He came in and he had a better season. I know everybody loved Randy Gregory, but he had a better season this last year than Randy Gregory ever had for you, in terms of pressures and sacks and things along those lines. To autograph by HTM, only if they ask to. Like, I'm probably just gonna order it up and send it to them, so it get there quicker. So I don't want there to be any ticket stops, because I have to send it to myself, sign it, then send it out. So once whoever wins it, I'm just gonna get their mailing address. I'm gonna pay for it and get it sent to them. Because I gotta give back to y'all, man. Y'all been real good to the channel. You've been helping the channel grow. So I want to give back to my subscribers and people that's been really helping over here at the channel. So I just want to give y'all an opportunity to get some real dope stuff. So like when you really look at it, you got Dak Prescott came in and balled. Dalton Schultz came in and balled. Dorrance Armstrong came in and balled. Now look at Tony Pollard, 4th round pick, 2019. Had back-to-back 1,000 yards from scrimmage seasons. Because remember, even though he did not rush for 1,000 yards in 2021, he had over 700 yards rushing, and he had over 300 yards receiving. So he had over 1,000 yards from scrimmage the last 2 seasons, and he made a Pro Bowl selection this last season. So Tony Pollard was another guy that was very, very good for you that you got in the 4th round. Right now, we're moving on to Tyler Biadasz, another 4th round pick the very next year after. Now, I am not the biggest defender of Tyler Biadasz. I think that is an upgradable position. But to be fair to him, he's been starting for us. He's top 10 at his position in run block win rate. And he did, even though I think it's more of a popularity contest, I do think he did make a Pro Bowl selection. And you can't take that from him. So, you got another Pro Bowl player in the 4th round in Tyler Biadasz. And, I think Josh Ball is horrible. Jabril Cox has not gone on the field. But as it is of today, I know that we have not seen anything from Jake Ferguson. But in all in fair, like he's your starting tight end right now, right? So when you look at the makeup of your team, you got Dak Prescott, your starting quarterback, a 4th-round pick. You got Tony Pollard, your starting running back, who is a 4th-round pick. You got Dorrance Armstrong, who is your starting right end, who is a 4th-round pick. You got Tyler Biadasz, your starting center, who was a 4th-round pick. You got Jake Ferguson, who's probably going to be your starting tight end as a 4th-round pick. So when you look around your team, you got 4 guys who were drafted in the 4th round starting for you. And a majority of them have made like Pro Bowl selections. Dak Prescott made a Pro Bowl, Tony Pollard, Biadasz. So you got very good production from these guys that you're drafting in the 4th round. So that's why I'm taking the time out of my day to, I wanted to explain that first. Now we're gonna pivot and we're gonna actually talk about 4th-round prospects, in this year's draft that can come in and have a positive effect, on the Dallas Cowboys, team. We're gonna talk about a couple of offensive guys. We're gonna talk about a couple of defensive guys. But there are damn sure some very, very good prospects in this year's draft. Some of them, we done touched on, because we touched on some late round offensive players. But I'm gonna talk about one that we haven't really touched on. All right, let me get this pulled up, then I'm gonna share the screen, and we're gonna rock out, man. Excuse me. Ooh. I not mean to do that. Oops. All right. Hey, JC Cowboy Network, what's up with you, man? Michael McQuaid, what's good with you, my boy? Hey, Michael McQuaid, by the way, you are still leading the raffle. You have the most entries with 4. So, you have the biggest, you have the biggest odds of actually winning the jersey right now. Of course, it's going to be random. We're going to put everybody's stuff. I'll take all your entries. I'm going to put them in the little box, shake it up, and just select somebody randomly. But, because you have more, you have the best odds of winning it right now. So shout out to you, man. All right, so right now I'm finna show you somebody. And this is somebody that y'all been talking about a lot. Like I said, we were just talking about Tony Pollard, who is your starting running back coming out of the 4th round. Tank Bigsby is a guy that can come in and add some well-needed versatility to this running back room, right? And he's a big boy. Like Tank Bigsby got that name honest because he is built like a tank. He's 6 foot tall, 210 pounds, and was a sledgehammer for the Auburn Tigers. So if you just look at his overall production for the last season, he rushed for 970 yards, averaged 5.4 yards a carry, had 10 rushing touchdowns, which is always good. You love a guy that can score. 30 receptions for 180 yards. All right. Looked like he ran about a 4.56, which for his size and weight is not bad because this is a guy who is a bruiser. And as you see here, he is projected to go in the 4th round. Part of that is because he's a running back and nobody cares about running backs like that, but he is a damn good football player. All right. So let's just get into the nitty gritty about this boy. We're going to look at his strengths, look at a couple of his weaknesses, and then we're going to move on to the next guy after I get your opinion on him. All right. So Tank Bigsby. At 5, it said 5'11", but he measured at 6 foot. At 5'11", 210 pounds, he looks like a compact physical runner and has a rare blend of balance, agility, and instincts. Is an excellent receiver with soft hands, although has only been used as a check down option at Auburn. So even though he has not been asked to catch the ball a lot, it is an aspect of his game that he has at his disposal. So just because they did not ask him to do so at at this current school that he at in this offensive system, he is a guy that can make plays for you in the passing game, despite having limited opportunities to do so where he's at. He's a creative runner who plays with a jitterbug style and is able to quickly change direction, making sharp cuts. Has an excellent, powerful leg drive and excels in short yardage situations. Shows a surprising burst to beat linebackers to the edge. Can plant his foot in the ground and explode, showing better straight line speed than expected. All right. Bigsby finishes runs well and flashes the agility to get small and squeeze through traffic. He's patient, letting blocks develop, then accelerating. He runs with a good forward lean and consistently falls forward. All right, and that's the type of stuff that we like Zeke for, right? He got the tough yardage. He got the tough yards in between the tackles, running between the tackles, breaking arm tackles, falling forward. So, you got to love it. Tyler said he got to get back to work. But, hey, I appreciate you for stopping by, man. Appreciate you for coming over and showing love, Tyler. But, yeah, man, so I like Tank Bigsby because that is the one component that you will miss from Ezekiel Elliott. Y'all can say what y'all want, but, like a guy who is a bruiser and a punisher between the tackles, that's something that we're gonna miss. Because Tony Pollard, I would prefer him to get out into open space, utilize that 4.3 speed. I prefer to get Tony Pollard in space so he can hit his head to get the goalpost. But, I don't necessarily want Tony Pollard, especially coming off of a broken leg, to be, hammering away between the tackles. All right, so let's see. Bigsby shows decent burst and straight line speed to turn in big plays, possesses quick feet and straight line speed, but doesn't have the elite burst to be a constant big play threat. Improving patience. Hey, all right, DC for Life just sent another $5 donation. I appreciate you for the love and support, my guy. All right, so that is going to be another one for you. So that's 4. So right now, Michael McQuaid and DC for Life are both tied with 4 for the most for the most entries into the raffle. Action Pal, Marquetta, and Daisy Clark all have 2. Michael Lockhart also has 2. All right, Dwayne Brown just sent 10. All right, so that's 3 entries for you then. That's 2 additional to the one you already sent. So to update this again, Michael McQuaid and DC for Life have 4 entries apiece. Dwayne Brown has 3 entries. Action Pal, Marquetta, Daisy Clark, and Michael Lockhart have 2. And then Desmond Ironman has 1 entry. So that's the updated standings, in regards to how many, people have how many entries. Oh, it's all good. Regina Green, what's good with you? Hoodlum, what's up with you? Sugar Daddy Warren Williams, what's up with you, man? Hey, I see. Hey, Sugar Daddy already came into the liquor store with the drink in his hands. So it's finna go down, man. It's finna go down for that boy, man. He already came in here with the drink in his hand. So you must already done slapped the shit out of Eagles fan, dog, because you already done walked in with your drink in your hand. So I know you got that discount. Boy. So yeah, I like Tank Bigsby. Just just to get back on track a little bit, man, because he's a power back, man. Like he is a pure power back, and that is an aspect that I don't think we really have on this team right now. Oh, shit, like I don't think Ronald Jones is even gonna make the team, right? I ain't seen enough from Malik Davis to say that he can do this or do that, because I haven't seen it at the NFL level. I could say the same thing about Tank, but he is a big guy. All right, so he runs too upright sometimes. Like these are the knocks on him. He runs too upright. He has decent long speed, but he only runs a 4.56. I got a home run hitter already, right? I just ain't got a guy to do the dirty work. Chill Bill, what's cracking, cuzzo? I see you coming in showing love to the liquor store, my boy. Thank you for coming over, man. All right, let's see. He's known as a power back, but he doesn't have the overall frame to absorb constant impact over a 17-game season as a workhorse. Well, that's the beautiful thing about it. He's going to be running back 2 in Dallas. All right, so some of the things that they're critiquing him on, it doesn't really matter if he becomes a Dallas Cowboy, right? They said that he is not going to be a guy who is a home run hitter because he does not have elite speed. He only ran a 4.56. That's what you got Tony Pollard for. All right, Michael McQuaid just took the lead again. He sent another $5 donation. So he now is at the lead. He has 5 entries. So Michael McQuaid has 5 entries. DC for Life is second with 4. Dwayne Brown is third with 3. Action Pal and Michael Lockhart, Daisy Clark, Marquetta, y'all have 2. Desmond Ironman has 1. Hey, Richard Evans, what's up with you, my guy? I appreciate you coming over and showing love to the channel. So for everybody that's late, we're talking about the about Dallas Cowboys drafting in the 4th round. We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys drafting in the 4th round because we got 5 starters on our team right now that we're drafting in the 4th round. If you count them, it's Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard, Jake Ferguson, Dorrance Armstrong, and who else? Tyler Biadasz. So we got 5 guys who were drafted in the 4th round who are starting for us right now. So I wanted to put an emphasis on looking at 4th round prospects this show. So that's what we're doing tonight. For anybody that was wondering what the hell was going on. So yeah, man. So like the things that they're knocking him for, I got a counter for that. I'm not asking Tank Bigsby to come in and be a workhorse back during the course of a 17-game season, because he's just going to be a short yardage relief back for Tony Pollard, right? He probably will not have to start a single game this season if Tony Pollard stays healthy. So I'm not worried about that. He does not have to be a home run hitter because Tony Pollard is already that, right? He can be the guy that does the dirty work, that get the tough yard, that gets in on the goal line situation to get across. Like those are the things that Tank Bigsby can do. Very, very strong young man. You know, he can get it done. So, you know, that's why I like him. Like, he complements Tony Pollard. Now, I could make the argument that I would die happy if they got Jahmyr Gibbs. If they got Jahmyr Gibbs, like, I think he's an outstanding back that perfectly fits our offensive system. But he does a lot of what Tony Pollard does already. Home run hitter, catches passes out the backfield, so on and so forth, right? So, like, if we really wanted to add some versatility to our running back room, adding a big power back, you know, that can get the tough yardage, do this and do that, you know, would be the perfect option in regards to that. So we just talked about Tank Bigsby as a 4th round prospect that can help the Dallas Cowboys immensely. And remember, we're not even a lot of these 4th round picks we drafting or starting. Like, this is going to be one of the 4th round picks that can actually sit back, you know, and share the workload. He could come in and just share the workload. This is not a guy that's going to have to start because we do have Tony Pollard on the team. So DC for Life said, okay. We're going to get 6. It's coming, Cowboys Nation. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, no doubt, Kenfo. We finna get the 6th championship. Dwayne Brown said our version of Zeke. Yeah, he will be the new, and I'm not gonna say he's gonna be like the new Ezekiel Elliott, but he will fill a similar role. Like, he's gonna be the thumper. He'll be the guy that you feel more comfortable putting in for pass protection. You know, he'll be the guy you'll feel more comfortable in, you know, on goal line situation, short yardage situation. And then Tony Pollard can just be Tony Pollard. He can come in, make the big plays, you know, make the plays in the passing game for us in the screen game. You know, have the electric, explosive runs, right? You're not going to be running Tony Pollard into the ground if you're able to acquire Tank Bigsby and let him do the dirty work. All right, so we talked about him. Now I'm going to talk about a guy who was actually on my pet cat list, but, you know, he's a guy that is also, and we're staying on the offensive side of the ball, and we're going to look at wide receiver Trey Palmer. We're going to look at wide receiver Trey Palmer because I'm very high on Marvin Mills, but he's a 2nd round prospect. You know, I think everybody in the nation is high on Tank Dell, but he's a 1st round prospect. So let's take a look at Trey Palmer. And depending on which site you look on, he has anywhere from a 2nd round grade to a 5th round grade. So fourth round is probably the perfect place to draft him. You know, you try to go for the median. Like if they say he a second round pick and they say he a fifth round pick, you might want to just, you know, find a happy median in between that. Yes, we definitely need a bruiser. Doesn't have to be big, just full size, fast, and a little elusive. Yeah, and that's the thing. He's not like Derrick Henry big anyway, right? Like, but he is like a strong runner. You're not gonna arm tackle Tank Bigsby. He's gonna make you pay for playing games with him like that. That's what I like about him. And as an SEC guy, I've seen Tank Bigsby a lot. Like, you know, my team, the Arkansas Razorbacks. I've seen what he's capable of. I definitely have a lot of respect for that boy. Trey Palmer. Y'all may or may not have seen when we did a breakdown on him before, but he's coming back up because he is a guy that could be there in the fourth round. He does have all of these skill sets you look for in a West Coast offense wide receiver. He's good after the catch. You know, he has very good game speed. It was backed up by his 40 time of a 4.33, and he's not overtly little. He's 6 foot tall, almost 200 pounds, and he's very explosive. He's very explosive. The only knock on him, because this site has him as a fifth round prospect, right? But when you look, you know, at other sites, right? Other sites have him a little bit higher. Rivals had him higher than that. ESPN graded him a little bit higher than that. So, well, we're gonna take a look at this boy, and like I said, he fits what you would like to see within the West Coast offense, because you know he can catch the ball. You know he can turn a 5-yard slant to a house call if he has the space. That 4.33 speed is for real. He said, and he tracks the ball well downfield, consistently runs under long throws. So, you know, he was a guy that had the ability to not only catch it short and take it long, but he can run, you know, and make the play down the field too. Has the strong hands any NFL wide receiver coach and quarterback would covet. Tracks the deep ball over either shoulder and brings in passes fluidly without breaking stride downfield. He shows suddenness off the line of scrimmage and accelerates quickly, and his top end speed is among the best in this draft. Palmer plays with a smoothness and balance, and Palmer shows a knack for setting up defensive backs. Displays deep speed. So he was the Louisiana State champion in 200 meter dash all 4 years of high school. So like he is a track star. You know, what people be saying, like, this guy got track speed, like that is for real. Like he is a track star, and he is actually a champion. Like he is a track, like he won medals in track for his speed, his performance in 200 meter. He does a nice job locating and tracking deep passes, and is a legitimate vertical threat, willing to go up and attack the ball. So these are some of the things that are going to be a knock for him. He is inconsistent. This is his first year with production at that. So he's inconsistent as a player, and he's inconsistent as a passer. As a pass catcher. So he needs to improve on his concentration, apparently. Route running, there's not a lot of winning with his routes. Like he's okay, but he's not great. Average route runner. And this one is a little iffy for me, because they say he seems comfortable in traffic to the point where Palmer doesn't always make the effort to create separation. Well, I like the fact that he feels that he can, you know, make contested catches, right? You know, that's not really gonna be a knock for me. Now, if they're saying that he needs to try to give more effort in getting open, then that's a different conversation. But you know, I'm fine with him, you know, feeling comfortable trying to make plays in traffic. But listen, you're drafting somebody in the fourth round. There's a reason that they're in the fourth round, right? Even the guys on our team, Tony Pollard, you know, he was a return specialist in most of the time of his collegiate career. He actually had more receptions and played more snaps at wide receiver than he did running back, even though he came out as a running back, right? Dak Prescott, there was questions about his ability to throw the ball at the NFL level, not his actual like arm strength or anything like that, but like he had some questions about that. Like he had some questions about his accuracy because he was not the thrower of the football he is now. Then, like he made some mistakes. He had a low passer rating, pass completion percentage to start. Hey, y'all give me 1 second. I'm finna take a quick siesta. I got a call. I got to return. So y'all bear with me 1 second, okay? I'm finna mute this. I'm finna. All right, I'm back, y'all. I had to take a business call. I appreciate y'all for still hanging out in the liquor store. You know, we still over here getting drunk. Yeah, right, man. Hey, it's my Friday, man. So you know, shit, it's my Friday. It's time to turn up, man. But yeah, like Trey Palmer, like he's a very interesting prospect, man. Like everything else, like athleticism, speed, right? The pedigree of being a track star, the production. He had over 1,000 yards this season, average 14.7 yards a catch, 9 touchdowns, 71 receptions. So like he's a very good prospect, man. And you know, I think, you know, in this very wide receiver friendly offense and playing with a top 10 quarterback like Dak Prescott, you know, he can have some very solid production for us, man. Like overall, he will have some damn good numbers. So, you know, that's another guy that I wanted us to target in the 4th round. Because he's very good, man. And really, if he had more of a proven resume, you know, I think that's the issue with him. He doesn't have the resume that some of the other guys have. Like he really didn't get a lot of burn at his last stop. This is his only season having the kind of production, you know, that will warrant him even being talked about. So, you know, it is what it is. But you know, I definitely do like him as a prospect. As a prospect, like I like him. 4th round pick. They tend to pan out over here. All right. So I'm actually going to close this down. What y'all thoughts about Trey Palmer? I know that we done talked about him like 3 or 4 times at this point. Liquor store extended hours on Thursday and Friday. Man, extended hours today. Man. Like liquor store is open in full effect, man. I ain't got to go to work until Monday, man. So you know I'm gonna rock with y'all a little bit more often, man. So you know we're gonna have some the liquor store gonna open early tomorrow, gonna close late. We're gonna be slapping the shit out of Eagles fans and running their ass over on the way out the door. Y'all already know what's going on, man. But yeah, so like listen, what y'all think about Trey Palmer? Out of the 2 guys that we just looked at, between Tank Bigsby and Trey Palmer, who do y'all prefer? Because I could easily see Tank coming in and having a ready-made role in our team. I can see him having like 5. I can really see Tank having like 6 or 7 touchdowns in our offense just by being the goal line guy. Just by being the short package back, I can see him having like 6 or 7 touchdowns as a rookie. Then on the other hand, like because of Michael Gallup's injury history and the unknown, you know, I believe so too. Like he said, Tank is the best fit. Yeah, this already really when you think about it, man. I hate to say when West Coast is right, because you know that he's big cuz and he'll probably rub it in. But you know, like he made an argument the other day, like there's not even really room for another wide receiver on this team. And I really was disagreeing, but then I contradicted my damn self. I spent y'all was on the show yesterday. I spent about 20-30 minutes trying to make y'all fall back in love with Jalen Tolbert as a prospect, man. I spent like 25-30 minutes, you know, breaking down his college numbers, looking at some of his highlights. Because you got to think about it. He only had 3 targets, 2 catches, ain't play a lot of downs. Like you can really treat him like a draft prospect this year, man. Tyrone Church, what's up with you, man? I appreciate you for making it into the liquor store. Yeah, like wide receiver room already full when you think about it. Because I said Amari. Like, damn, I must miss kinfolk. CeeDee Lamb was already your number 1. He's an all-pro. Brandon Cook's been a number 1 majority of his career, so he's no doubt the number 2. Michael Gallup, you're paying them, so he had no choice but to be your 3. And then, like, I just hyped up Jalen Tolbert. I just hyped him up to have a breakout season. I just hyped the boy up. I just said that 1,400 yards, no matter when you get 1,400 yards, it's 1,400 yards. I said that. So over it. What's up with you, man? Yeah, Michael Lockhart. Yeah, Tolbert is our wide receiver prospect. Like he was a top 100 pick. He's 6'3", ran a 4.4, and he's gonna be playing in a very wide receiver friendly offense. He said we also have Callaway on the practice squad. Like, yeah, We got a bunch of guys. Eastside Harold's all love. Hey, let Eastside Harold hang around till he says something nefarious. Like if he says something disrespectful, then you can can him. But like let Eastside Harold make it. I know y'all be pinging, boy, but let him make it for a little bit. Also, I'm gonna keep repeating this. Everybody who donates $5 in between now and April the 25th will be entered into the raffle for the Dallas Cowboy jersey. It will be a jersey of your choice. It will be a size of your choice. All you got to do is send $5, and we're gonna draw the person on the 25th before I shoot out to go to the draft. Right, so I'll get all your information. I'll get the size you need, and I'll get the player that you want, and I'll get it ordered and sent to you. So it's $5 per entry. So for anybody that wants to participate, anybody that's new coming into it right now, just so you know, just donate $5 to Hennythemoor, and you'll be entered into the raffle. And then we'll do the drawing live here on the show on the 25th before I head out. Oh, also, the only rule is don't send when I'm not on the show. When I'm live and can announce what the stuff is and keep y'all updated, y'all can send in. But I want transparency. Remember, if this raffle goes well, then we're gonna start raffling off bigger stuff. It's a jersey today. Down the line it might be might be a ticket to the game. So we're just gonna keep pushing, keep growing the platform. We're gonna keep doing bigger and better things. So we're just gonna make this one pop. And they keep going well. I keep doing them. It's the same thing with the content. Y'all keep supporting the content. I'm gonna keep going live. Y'all keep supporting the raffles. I'm gonna keep doing them because I like to give back to y'all for supporting me the way that y'all been supporting the channel. Y'all been awesome, man. Like real talk. Y'all been a blessing. I appreciate all y'all, man. So yeah, but I believe that is correct though, man. Like he said, what about second and third place? That is a good thing. That is a good question. I'm gonna see if there's anything I can do for second place. I might find something for second place. I'll tell you what, second and third place can keep all of their so that would be the nice thing to do. Second and third place can keep all of their entries for the next raffle. So second and third place will start ahead in the next raffle. Because I'm planning on doing a raffle every month if it goes well. So we're raffling off a jersey this month. I have to figure out what we're going to raffle off next month. But yeah, so like I like that thought process though, man. Of second place is a visit to the White. Oh man. Hey, if that's the case, I know the Eagles are lining up waiting for their invitation to the White House then, right? Well, yeah, I have to figure it out though. I have to figure out how I want to do that. But let's see. But yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. But like Tank Bigsby actually would have a defined role. There's no guarantee that Trey Palmer year one would be better than Jalen Tolbert year two. So you might actually end up in a position where you're too deep at the wide receiving room. Because I don't foresee the Dallas Cowboys getting rid of Michael Gallup. At least not this year. So you have another year of Michael Gallup at bare minimum. So yeah, I think wide receiver, if you have to get one, it'll be something you get next year. So like I'm a little bit down on wide receiver now that I actually talked it out and thought about it. Now I'm greedy. Don't get me wrong, I'm greedy. I mean, I still take a wide receiver. I felt like they were good enough, but it is what it is. Liquor store doing big things now. Respect, Henny. Oh yeah, Double R. Yeah, I gotta try to give back, man. I say this is all about giving back. they invited the Eagles to the White House and gave them a tour of the bathrooms. And they probably ate the shit out the toilets too when they got in there. If they got the tour of the bathrooms, they probably dove head first in the damn commode. They went bobbing for dingleberries, man. They went bobbing for dingleberries, little shit eaters. Little nasty motherfuckers. So like we're gonna move forward into our regular scheduled programming. So we're moving on from running back and wide receiver, and we're gonna move on. I'm not even gonna look at tight end. We're gonna go look at some late round edges. We're gonna look at some late round edges. And this is another guy. I actually saw his film when we were breaking down another player. So they got that boy as a second round pick. See, but this is the thing. They got a bunch of edges that they have high grades on them. We'll probably have to go a couple more pages down. You see, they got Drew Sanders. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys with some damn good grades out here. This is a guy that they've been mocking to us too, Byron Young. Let's see, and he a 4th round pick. Okay, so let's take a look at Byron Young, hybrid edge, whatever you want to call it, 6'3", 294 pounds. The reason we're gonna look at him is because he is a 4th round prospect, and because I've seen a lot of mocks to him coming to the Dallas Cowboys. So let's break them down together. This is gonna be my first time really taking a look at him. So let's see if we like him or not. So we only had 3.5 sacks last year, only 1 forced fumble, 47 total tackles, 20 solo. All right. So let's take a look at how he graded out. All right. Bench press had 24 reps, had a broad jump of 10, 8, 3 cone. Vertical was not very good at all. Wingspan was pretty good at 81 inches. Okay. So let's take a look at his strengths. He's ready for the physicality of the NFL. Young has a stout build, strong core, and powerful limbs to step in right away as a 3-down player. Played with lean and leverage against the run. Tough for one man to move. Sometimes they had to double team him. Rarely goes to the ground and shows good balance. Played with good leverage even on the nose despite average bulk. Hustle defender with a good bull rush inside that can close and get home when quarterbacks leave the pocket. Can move the impressive chest-to-chest bear hug tackle in the hole due to his inability to wreak havoc in the backfield. He has a high motor. He's quick to locate the ball and make plays against the run. So, from what they're saying, I like that. If you want to come on down, you gotta hold it down and get on the ground. So that the fact that they say he's a good run defender, I like it. As a matter of fact, I just realized I ain't even been showing you the damn screen this whole time. So charge that to my head and not my heart. I do want y'all to participate and watch with me. We said HTM, Landlord, and West Coast, the best as far as I'm concerned. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the love and support. He said Sugar Daddy 1 said he liked and shared. I appreciate that, my guy. I appreciate that. So everybody who has not already done so, please hit the like button, hit the share button, and tell a friend to subscribe. Another thing, if you ain't got your notifications turned on, turn on your notifications so you'll know exactly when I go live and we open a liquor store. So y'all can be the first ones in here getting drunk and beat the line, man. I said Mike Morris from Michigan. I might take a look at him next too. Let me take a look at these weaknesses real quick. Young doesn't have the skill set to being around the edge if lined up as DN. He'll have to attack gaps as a pass rusher. While Young was able to physically overpower opponents in college, he will have to develop a wider repertoire of moves in the pros. Young doesn't move well laterally and doesn't have a lot of range when it comes to pursuing on the backside. So he has limited ability in space, looks like. Really like he's a limited athlete. He didn't have a great anything. It doesn't look like he had a high vertical. Bench press was average. Broad jump was average. So like he has average athletic ability, but he look like he has some raw physical strength. All right, so who did my guy say? Dwayne Brown said Brian Cott, don't forget your guy now. Yeah, JC do good work too, man. Yeah, I rock with JC, man. He do damn good work. Mike Morris. That's who he said. Okay. Let me take a look at him. All right. So it looks like he is a hybrid 6'5" linebacker / edge. Ended the season with 7 sacks. He had a forced fumble, 23 tackles, and 16 solos. He is also a 4th-round prospect. So Dwayne Brown, you did your homework. You brought me the kind of guy I was looking for. So hell yeah. All right, let's take a look, man. Let's chop it up about him. Like it done piqued my interest now because he's exactly where I want him to be at. All right. Sub 540, so that's good enough for me. Decent shuttle. Decent everything, really. For a guy his size, yeah. All right. So let's take a look at his strengths. We're going to look at his weaknesses. A savvy, versatile, and instinctive edge rusher who did a little bit of everything. Morris was especially effective getting to the quarterback. His hand use is excellent. He's strong in the upper body and consistently swats away blockers. Has the long arms and hand strength to win at the point consistently. Strong throughout the upper body and has good agility for his size. Morris explodes off the line with a quick first step, with agile feet to counter inside and closing bursts to finish plays. Adequate change of direction, ability, and straight line speed to contain. Has the pursuit skills to stay in the action. Anticipates the snap. Country strong. What they know about country strong, man? Matter of fact, where this boy from? They talk about he country strong. Florida, man, like I don't know, like I don't really even be counting Florida as the South, man. That's like some Islander type stuff, man. Like it gives you a different vibes than the actual South do. Like they can't just be strong country strong around. Like man, come on. I like it though. All right, so we're gonna talk about weaknesses. Never out of a play, but can get out of control and work himself away from the action. He plays tall and gets upright off the snap. Wins with upper body strength and needs to focus on leverage. Plays high and with poor balance and power. He'll lose ground at the point of attack, and Moore doesn't get the full benefit of his length. So really what they're telling me is the issues that they have with him or technique. And there's this, I don't know if you ever heard of this guy before, but there's this dude named Dan Quinn. And there's a guy named Dan Quinn in Dallas that actually does a lot of work with the Dallas Cowboys defensive line. So if we're talking about being technically sound, if we're talking about guys that can come in and show him how to, clean up some of the things that have been holding him back. Like we got guys like that on the roster. Dan Quinn is a dog. Like he works exclusively down there with his edge rusher and pass rushers. So like if the things that they say about a prospect as a defensive lineman is just they play too high, they ain't got the correct leverage, they don't do this, they don't do that. Man, we can fix that. Yeah, like you can fix that. That's why you have an NFL level coaching staff. Jaden Hall, quarterback fourth, the position that can ruin the entire season, similar style playing style to Dak. Okay, you know what? Everybody, we're gonna look at everybody's fourth round prospects. Front office came through with a fire one, so we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna chop it up about it. Dwayne Brown just came through with a super fire one. There was an edge prospect. We were looking at Mike Morris, and I like him. Like, listen, we get Mike Morris in the fourth round. Like, man, like I like him. I'm gonna go listen. After this, I'm actually go look at some film on the boy. So yeah, let me take a look at this guy, Jaden Hall. Is this the boy from Penn State? Hold on. Oh, they done went back in time. Hold on. All right, we're going to quarterback. And the name was Jaden Hall, right? It said you can look at whatever. BYU, okay. I knew that name sounded familiar. Arkansas played him. That's why that name sounded familiar to me. Hey, what you eating over there anyway, man? Well, I guess you can't get drunk on an empty stomach, so I understand that. I need to plug this phone in, and I'm getting kind of tired. It's okay, man. Go ahead and rock out, man. I appreciate you coming over and showing love, Jameson. You know, you always welcome in the liquor store, my guy. So let's find this boy real quick. Let's find him. See, they got my boy KJ. He's not even coming out. Will Rogers, boom. Where my boy at? Damn, they go. It happens sometimes like this. I'm gonna have to go to a different site and find the boy. Bear with me. Oh, Jaron Hall. That's why I couldn't. I spelled the damn boy name wrong. Okay, people. I figured it out. We're back in full effect. I found him. I'm finna share the screen again, and we're finna chop it up about the boy. JC said, I just had some Korean barbecue chicken. This thing was banging. That's what's up, man. I just had some Raising Canes. A couple minutes of my kids, so like it was fire. It was real good. Mike Aldana. Okay. He said spicy Italian loaded. Okay. See, usually when I get like subs, man, I usually get like the chicken bacon ranch. Like they're usually what I like to get. So you're looking at Jaron Hall. I do remember the Arkansas Razorbacks playing him. So that's I do remember this game. Okay, so this year he had a quarterback rating of 113. Threw for 3,171 yards. Completion percentage of 66%. Not bad. Threw 31 touchdowns to only 6 interceptions. Average 4 yards per rush. Okay. Projected 5th round pick. It's close enough. Close enough. So let's take a look at the boy. All right. So these are his strengths. A former baseball player, and it shows in his fastball delivery. And you know, like them boys that used to play baseball, they usually have a pretty damn good arm, like Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, so on and so forth. So he probably has a pretty good arm. Seemed to have a natural affinity for the position. So even as a first-year quarterback, he looked composed. Physically, Hall is a natural athlete who plays with the balance and light feet to float in the pocket. Hall is enough of a threat as a runner to earn respect from backside defenders at the next level, opening opportunities for running backs. Good accuracy overall, including excellent accuracy on short timing routes to backs and receivers, placing the ball slightly in front to leave receivers to potential yardage after the catch. Possesses a strong right arm and is capable of making every NFL throw easily. Can drive the deep out to the sideline from the opposite hash and has no problem threading the needle between closing defenders. So when you have a damn good arm, that's the stuff you can do, right? So that's the kind of thing that he can do. All right. With that said, he's a dual threat quarterback with athletic footwork and mobility, and an instinctive runner with very good toughness, uses stiff arms and runs with good body strength. Good. Is a composed player with the ability to quickly read the defense and works through his reads quickly. Accurate and has the touch to deliver the ball where only his receivers can catch it. Patient in the pocket, does not take off too early and bail out too early on plays. All right. So those are the good things. When you have a fifth or a fourth round grade, there are going to be some knocks on you, but we're going to talk about it. So first and foremost, I'm going to go to the one at the bottom. Being a little bit older is never a knock for me. Like, I'm drafting this kid to be a backup quarterback. He's played a lot of football. Him being 25, does not scare me off. Like, I'm not asking him to come in and take over Dak Prescott's job. I'm just asking him to come in and be, a professional and be a backup quarterback. So like him being 25 might actually play in my favor. So I just wanted to get that out the way. He has under average height at just 6'1" and weighs in at only 205. May lack the bulk to stay healthy at the next level. Has had checkered injury history. He's clearly more effective when on the move, and many of his reads were half the field. His arm strength is decent but not elite. Accuracy becomes an issue when he's unable or unwilling to set his feet. Hall has a bad habit of fading and throwing off his back foot when the pocket gets muddled, and he is too often all arm when throwing on the move, sacrificing accuracy. And like I said, him being 25, I don't care about that. They got a player comp of a less athletic Russell Wilson. And remember, let's not think about Russ to let Russ cook. Let's remember what Russell Wilson was when he came into the league. He was a guy who thrived off of play action, used to run and make plays. Action Pal, what's up with you, man? I appreciate you for coming over and showing love. So, hey, since you are entered into the you are entered into the raffle, I thought I'd give you an update since you came in. Since you're just now coming in, I just want to give you an update. Michael McQuaid is leading. He has 5 entries. DC for Life has 4 entries. Dwayne Brown has 3 entries. You, Marquetta, Daisy Clark, and Michael Lockhart all have 2 entries. And Desmond Ironman has 1 entry as well. So that's the standings right now. So far, Michael McQuaid has the best odds, followed by DC for Life and Dwayne Brown. So those are the 3 people with the best odds so far to win the Dallas Cowboys jersey of their choice. But yeah, so like, I don't need this kid to come in and he's not going to start. And you're going to be a backup quarterback. Like, that's the kind of things that you can work on. That's what these OTAs are for. That's what the offensive coaches are for. Anytime, Action Pal. You're good for it, cuz. That's what Mike McCarthy is here for. That was Scott Tozine and Brian Schottenheimer. Like, these offensive coaches are supposed to improve and make these young quarterbacks better. And listen, his competition is not going to be Dak Prescott anyway. his competition is going to be Will Greer. Realistically, if they are going to carry 3 quarterbacks, the low man on the totem pole right now is Will Greer. Like, in order of progression, he should be trying to beat out Will Greer, and then he should be trying to beat out Cooper Rush, right? So he should be trying to first become the 3rd string quarterback, and then become the 2nd string quarterback before he even thinks about, trying to even take offensive snaps. So, like, we can bring him along at our own pace. We could bring him along at his own pace, because he's probably going to be a backup. We would if he's out there playing for us, something went horribly wrong. Like, all the guys in front of him, had fell off a cliff or something. Yeah, anybody that have not seen my boy JC Cowboy Network, Brandon Cook's video, he did a nice breakdown on him. You should go check it out on his page, man. Real insightful information there, man. But yeah, so like, that stuff don't scare me away. We were talking about other prospects, man. So, I just did front offices, choice. I did the Wayne Brown's guy before then. So who else y'all want to look at? 4th round pick, 4th round prospect. Who do y'all got? Because y'all out of guys you want to talk about, I'm going to wrap it up in just a second. But if you have any more names, we'll go and do a quick little breakdown on their draft profile, and we'll move on from there. But if not, then I'll probably be back later. Like, hey, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm spend some time with my wife, chop it up, and then, like, hey, I'll be back later on tonight. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to be doing a late night look at the wideout Jones from Purdue. JC said he know Trayvon Diggs' family, and one of these days he's going to get an interview. He said, I want you on the show with me. Man, bet. Just let me know, man. Just let me know. Whenever it happens, just let me know. I will drop everything that I'm doing. I will be there. Best believe that, brother. He said, all right, so wideout Jones from Purdue. Let's take a look at him, Action Pal. And, I'm a little biased. This is a wide receiver. I might mess around and show some highlights, too. All right, so let me Google him first. Charlie Jones. Okay, I heard of this boy before. Here you go. Charlie Jones, wide receiver from Purdue. Did this boy go crazy? I'm not tripping. It say what it said on here, right? He had 110 catches, 1,361 yards, 12 receiving touchdowns. Damn. So this boy went off. Ran a nice 4.43 too. Okay. Let's take a look. Although Jones is more of a possession target than a field stretcher, he fiercely competitive demeanor and run after catch ability make him a major threat in the middle of the field. A savvy natural pass catcher with reliable hands and very good focus, snatches the ball out of the air and shows the concentration to make acrobatic catches look easy. Jones tracks the ball well downfield and consistently runs under long throws. His competitiveness and knack for high pointing the ball allow him to play bigger than his size. Really surprised at the combine with the 4.43 40. Scouts will now take a second look. Weaknesses. He'll have to develop a better feel for sitting down against his own coverage. Despite having good time speed, Jones won't often threaten to take the top off of the defense. Jones lacks the twitch to create consistent separation, and despite his size, and ability to track the ball downfield. He isn't great on contested catches. All right. So what's his comp? Do they got a comp for the boy? They ain't got a comp for him. You know what? It's a wide receiver, so I'm finna be biased and show some of his highlights before we get out of here. He said white Chris Carter. Okay. Well, I'm gonna show his highlights, then we're gonna get out of here. Oops, nope. I almost typed it in on the wrong page. All right. Charlie Jones. All right. So we're gonna watch his highlights. I'm gonna get y'all opinions and we're gonna get out of here. West Coast offense fit. Okay. Action Pal said he got games. So we finna see, man. We finna see. All right. So let's see what he do. Nice. Hey, there was nice concentration on that catch because it almost got picked. So far, so good. He is still that late. Hey, listen, that late in the draft, man. Like I can get any kind of wide receiver with some production, and you know I like it. Yeah, Brian, liquor store finna close, but you know it will be back open. I ain't gonna say the liquor store closing, man. I'm gonna say we're going on a lunch break. We'll be back later on the night, open up late night, and we're gonna rock out like that. And listen, production is production. Like I said, he has production. And so far, he has pretty good tape. Well, I know it's not tape, but you know, he has some nice highlights. What's up with you, Lee? Hey, Lee, if you have not entered to win you a Dallas Cowboy jersey, just donate $5 to the Cash App $ Hennythemoor, and shoot, you'll be entered into the drawing. It's $5 per entry, and you know we're gonna be doing the drawing from now until the 25th. We're gonna randomly select somebody. The person that wins will get a Dallas Cowboy jersey, and it'll be announced on the 25th before I head out to the draft. So if you win, you'll just send me your size and your mailing information, and we'll get it out to you. Said Cowboys don't beef up the O-line. Dak won't have time to throw the ball. Don't forget about that. Just saying. Yeah, it's true. And there are options at offensive line. You know, and it really will just depend on who was there at 26. He said, "What time do you usually go live at night?" It just depends. You know, like on a normal night, you know, I be sleep late night. Like I normally come home from work and do a show about 7 or 6:30. You know, rock out for an hour or so. But you know, I ain't gotta go back to work till Monday. So, you know, I'm supposed to be doing like a late night show with West Coast. But tomorrow, like I got like a full ass schedule. So you trying to link up and do a show sometime tomorrow, JC? If so, just inbox me a time and I can clear out some time for you. But yeah, I like him. Like, look, he's still making plays, man. Still making plays. All right, the video finally over. And remember, like, this is a guy. Charlie Jones had good ass production last year. Let me see. Final look at his numbers. One more time. 1,361 yards, 110 catches, 12 touchdowns, average 12.4 yards a catch. Production is production. It's the same thing that I said about Jalen Tolbert. Production is production. So, you know, if I'll gladly take a flyer on him. If he can come in and give me anything, I'll be all right with that. But yo, man, Liquor Store for the shutdown temporarily. I appreciate y'all for coming over and showing love, chopping it up with me. So, you know, I will probably be back live again later on tonight. I'm finna spend some family time right now. But remember, I'm gonna give y'all the final tallies on this. For everybody that's involved, Michael McQuaid, these are the raffle entries. Michael McQuaid has 5. DC for Life has 4. Dwayne Brown has 3. Action Pal, Marquetta, Daisy Clark, and Michael Lockhart have 2. Desmond Ironman has 1. So that's the current standings in the raffle entries, just so everybody has transparency and they know what's going on. So, hey, I appreciate y'all for coming over, getting drunk at the liquor store. I always tell y'all to drive safely on the way out, but if you see an Eagles fan in the middle of the road, you do have my permission to run their ass over. I appreciate y'all for the love, the support, taking time out your day to come over here and listen to me ramble on about these Cowboys, man. I will try my best to be back later on. But God bless. I appreciate y'all. And, I'm going to chop it up with y'all. I'll see y'all soon. I appreciate y'all.